Thunder 7-game win streak as Mitchell gets to the basket and finishes to start the third.
The starting unit for OKC was 8 for 31, 26%. So Mitchell gets him off to a good start.
Here's Gobert, who did not score, was a -14 in the first half. No blocks either. He drives on Hartenstein, who rejects him.
Seems to work pretty well for Shea on most nights.
The remarkable consistency on the floor and off the floor of Gilgeous-Alexander, right on cue as he hits the three to answer Randall's triple. Mark Daigneault told us a story that early on for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, because he's coaching for 6 years, as McDaniel,
with how he is and who he is every single day, you could not ask for a guy whose habits professionally, on the floor and off, are better than Shea Gilgeous. He's been so good.
He's fouled here by
File got bigger and bigger and bigger. He never changed who he was in the locker room. Never separated him.
Don't know how many times his first attempt at a game during the streak has come in the second shooter, 7th in the NBA. But he scored the last 4 for the Thunder, who were back within 3. Randall's got 20 points. His best game since before the All-Star break. DiVincenzo can't hit. SGA downhill. And good defense by Gobert. Saved by Hartenstein. Dort's 3 now. Mitchell for 3. 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting. He does have 4 turnovers. Nice skip by Randall. Extra to McDaniels, who's been quiet. He had 3 fouls in the first half. Just 2 points. Shot clock at 2. DiVincenzo with 1 gets it away in time and banks it in.
To make that bucket.
He's got 7 points, 7 rebounds. Holmgren goes up and team leading 13 points for Holmgren, a career high 17 on the season. Randall.
Like, it feels like the juice and the confidence is back.
A comfort level with his offensive game that we haven't seen in a while. Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall punches it off the window. 3 on 2. Edwards all the way. Got fouled by her. Gilgeous-Alexander short from 12 feet. Rebound by DiVincenzo. Push ahead to Randall.
Terrific challenge by Anthony Edwards defensively on Shea.
Edwards kept the dribble alive. The bank shot is Gilgeous-Alexander, just 3 for 14. Kicks to Mitchell. Swing to the corner. Holmgren. And a hard foul. Competing with him. But if he can continue to play like this as a defender, then MVP becomes a reality down the road.
I'm going to draw a distinction between the 2 best. And there's a lot on his shoulders, obviously, as Julius gets to the mid-range. He's just cooking. Has consistent focus on a night-by-night basis. I feel like Anthony can still drift on certain nights if the caliber of a... But if he wants an MVP, there's another level he's got to get to.
DiVincenzo spots up, cans a 3-pointer, and the lead is 7. Mark Daigneault calls it Nikola Jokic for that matter. I didn't know Jokic was that yoked. SGA, good defense by Edwards, and Gilgeous-Alexander 3 for 15, but they get another second chance opportunity. Mitchell's 3 short, and DiVincenzo got surprised by the carom, and it's Thunder ball again. 15-2 second chance points at halftime in favor of the Thunder. Sidestep Shea, no good again. He is 3 for 6. His worst shooting game of the season right now. Again, 127 straight games with 20 points. Randall, 9. The title will go through Oklahoma City, one would imagine. Got a foul on the but busting out here today. Joe floats up, bounces in. His second 2-point basket. He had a couple threes in the first half. Edwards just 12 points, only 9 shot attempts, driving on the outstanding defender Wallace. The 2-pointer is off the heel. Midway point of the third, Caruso attacking. Tried to go. Daniels picked up his 4th foul. Good day off the bench for Caruso so far. Cleveland, NBC Peacock tonight, the Knicks and Warriors. Peacock Monday, 3 games Atlanta, Orlando, Lakers, Houston, Embiid, and the Spurs. They are tied in the loss column with Detroit for the second best record in the NBA. Who saw that coming?
Antonio is thinking they're ahead of schedule.
Still have a chance to get the best record overall. They're 3 back of Oklahoma City. However, Edwards dancing, driving with 1 to shoot, and I don't know if that hit the rim. It did not. It's a 24-second kick it out. Joe rising up and nailing a 3.
This guy is such a sweet shooter. And most importantly, he knows how to find spots on the floor. He just keeps moving into it.
2-pointer Dosunmu. That's his first miss. He was 6 of. Edwards near the hash mark with Wallace right in his grill. Shot clock inside of 10 again. And it
He does. He just keeps running and putting himself in the eye of the guy who's got. I think you saw that in the run to the title last year. Certain series were meant for certain players.
And today, Doris, their bench has outscored their starters. Randall, no good on the step back. Edwards, in and out on the triple try. Offensive rebound, Randall. Dosunmu will try it and miss it. And a foul on Tuesday against Phoenix. They lose the tiebreaker with the Suns. They're only 2 ahead of them for the number 6 spot to avoid having to go into the play-in tournament. Empty possession there for the Wolves.
And yet again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander keeping his head in the game, defensive play, takes away that lob.
And a turnover. Gobert picks off that pass. Just the 3rd turnover by the Thunder. Anderson working the lane underneath Gobert, blocked at the rim by Gilgeous-Alexander. Great feed, SGA. Williams gets the layup from the floor in the quarter, so he's struggling. 4 of 13 overall. Caruso with a kick out. Joe wide open to tie it up. It's good.
Tough shot Anthony's taken that's led to a 3.
We've got a whistle. They're going to say. Edwards driving through the lane, and he scores. First basket of the 3rd.
I wonder if he is trying to get himself going because he thinks they can't get out of here without him really doing some things.
And Randall's on the bench right now as well. Jalen Williams 3 off the mark. Gobert rolls to the ground. Not banged up, just got tripped. He's gone down a few times. Naz Reid, former 6th Man of the Year winner. Nice feed, Gobert again at the rim. Met by Jalen Williams this time. Out of bounds.
The respective stars sitting to start the 4th. Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Edwards 5 baskets, 5 turnovers. Gilgeous-Alexander just 3 buckets. Mitchell, the lob broken up beautifully by Naz Reid. 4 on 2. Dosunmu, the trailer, leaves it for Reid, who's fouled. So Gilgeous-Alexander on the bench in 28 in a row with 20 points. Foul was on Joe. That is his 2nd. Reid gets the first foul shot. So far in the game, but 3 quarters as we just documented, yet the Thunder still find ways to win those games.
Rebounds. You know, I don't think they have him credited for a block shot, which I feel like he's got a couple of them.
2. Yeah, he definitely had 2. That's got to be a mistake. 3-pointer from McCain is no good. Rebound Randall. 3 on 1. In the open floor, Highland blew the layup, and then Reid could not. 4-point lead. Minute 40 into the 4th quarter. The Thunder trying to run the win streak to 8. It's their longest streak since they won 16 to get to 24-1. Nice pass to Holmgren by Mitchell.
Yeah, and Mitchell's player, he was applying all kinds of pressure.
Minnesota had a 7-point lead late in the 3rd. As had a quiet afternoon for Reid, just 4 points, and he hasn't made a 3. He's one of the top bench scorers in the NBA. We've got a special NHL's best record looking to capture the President's Trophy. Reid gets them both, and it's back to a.
They struggled defensively in the non-Rudy minutes. But it's been a rough afternoon for him. So if Naz can hold up defensively, do they finish there?
McDaniels playing with 4 fouls, and Holmgren scores. 19 points now for Chet Holmgren to lead the Thunder in scoring. Randall spinning on Hartenstein, caught in the air and turns it over. 20th giveaway by Minnesota to just 5 for the Thunder. Mitchell, great look. Caught in traffic by Holmgren. Hartenstein behind the back to McCain, who buries a 3. Things change at a quickly often here in Oklahoma City. A 7-point lead is now a 9-point deficit, and McDaniels can't hit the 3. Just his 3rd shot attempt of the game.
Isaiah Joe gave the little cornet contest in the corner.
That's where you jump out even if you're 20 feet away from him. Joe, double clutch and connect in the lane. Timeout, deficit of the day. Edwards bumped. No basket, but he will shoot 2.
And Chet very frustrated. 5 left, try to draw contact is something we've seen before.
And yet in Minnesota here in this final frame. 16 points for Edwards, coming off a 42-point game. He had 36 the previous game. Only once in his NBA career has he had 3 straight 35-point games. Doesn't appear that today's going to be the second time as he misses another foul shot. He's 4 for 8.
Oh,
McCain
stop it.
switches through a 3-pointer.
Isaiah Hartenstein to an easy 3.
The slam by Gobert. How about the pickup by Sam Presti? Jared McCain for another team's 1st-round pick and multiple 2nd-round picks. You get McCain, a guy that showed flashes of being a star early last year in Philly before injury. Joe gives it up to Hartenstein. Behind the back again. Joe driving, feeds the cutting Holmgren. Kept alive. 2 to shoot. Mitchell gets it away. Batted around. Pinballs to Holmgren. And then a foul on Randall. His 4th. A lot of the dirty work. Had 6 early offensive rebounds in this game. An 11-point advantage for the Thunder, with SGA still on the bench and still at 10 points. 10 away from keeping the streak alive. Baked in 3 by Mitchell.
He gave a little MJ shrug. I do not think he called bank. And it is a Sunday, so they're definitely not open.
Randall driving. Circus shot. No, but he was fouled.
I might sense a little note of envy for my partner.
Not just a little.
Like, understanding early quality depth, you know, especially with the pace of the game, is just critical. And being able to navigate the restrictions of a salary cap, all of the times they have drafted well, right? Very few misses in the draft. Savvy midseason pickup, as you noted with McCain. Just a really well-run organization, and give the league credit for setting up a system that gives these a chance.
Right on cue is McCain. He can't miss right now. He's 5 of 7 from 3. They were down 7 late in the 3rd. Now they're up 15, and the bench has 57 of the 100 points. DiVincenzo answers for 3.
This is an important moment, right? I mean, before that win against Golden State, it was 3 straight losses by a combined 66 points. So you got to find somebody to get a little fight and keep the pressure on Oklahoma City right here if you're Minnesota.
Yeah, because if they lose, they're just a game in the loss column out of the play-in. As Randall has it poked away but gathers it back. Caruso saying, I didn't touch it, so it should have been a turnover on Randall. Shot clock down to 5. DiVincenzo rocking it and has his pocket picked. A turnover. It's number 21 for Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander downhill, now up to 12 points.
5.
And just 12 for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, whose streak of 127 straight 20-point games, an NBA record, is in jeopardy as Edwards is fouled.
Incredibly fast hands.
We showed you that graphic of the assists next to the poor shooting as Edwards misses another free throw. For Shai. 1 of 2 for Edwards, 17 points. Still plenty of time, 5.5 to go in a 13-point game.
I mean, I know he hasn't shot well, but boy, has his mind stayed right where it's needed to be.
Working here on Dosunmu, trying to create space with that step back, and he got it. 14 points now.
A little smile crosses his face. Listen, he can percolate quick.
Randall's got 28. Gets tied up by Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's with the group.
His coach, Mark Daigneault, says, yes, he wants to be one of the greats, but he also wants to be one of the guys. In terms of how he talks to his teammates, his availability for the young players, how he navigates the locker room. He's as consistent as anybody in the NBA at everything he does.
He can make 2 shots and get it 20.
There's his first turnover. And then Edwards has it ripped away by Caruso, who's fouled on the other end. Boy, Alex Caruso and how he impacts a game defensively. We see it time in, time out. Foul on Edwards. And Caruso adds another point. Thunder head out on the road after this, 5 straight away from Oklahoma City. Starting Tuesday at Orlando. They play the Lakers twice. They have to play the Pistons again. They go to Boston. They just beat the Celtics here on Thursday. Trying to make it 8 straight wins and 11 of 12 since the All-Star break with a win today. They're up 15, 4.5 to go. Randall on the attack. And a foul that will send him to the line, where he's 5 of 6. Third foul on Gilgeous-Alexander. 1-26 after 49 wins last year. Now, they made the conference finals last year despite being a 6 seed. Do you see right now, given the inconsistencies, a contender?
No. That there's a tremendous variance between the best and worst of them. You see it with the New York Knicks. You see it with the Houston Rockets. Aside from, San Antonio, OKC, Boston is remarkably consistent in terms of their level. Detroit, another team that's consistent. Their offense can worry me, but no, not yet.
That is the concerning thing about Minnesota. The lows for the Wolves are really low. Giving up 153 to the Clippers as they turn it over. Love to Holmgren for the flush. But Minnesota turned it on in the postseason last year. They're certainly capable and talented enough, and they have a great coaching staff. As Randall kicks to the corner, DiVincenzo's 3 is on target. Back within 12, 3.5 to go. 16 points for DiVincenzo, 4 3-pointers. He also has 9 rebounds. In the Wolves defense, which is 11th this year after being number 1 2 years ago and 6th a year ago, can they get stops? Gilgeous-Alexander for 3, hit it! 7 and wait for some help, and Reed commits the foul.
So let's watch a little alley-oop action. Cason Wallace, and then
Mitchell penetrates, floater is no good. Mitchell hits the deck. Numbers for Minnesota if the Wolves hurry up the floor. Down 15, nice spin by Reed. Can't finish with the left hand. Holmgren clears. 9 boards for Holmgren.
Is this the crowd recognizing where Shea is? Because they're starting to stand here.
2.5 to go. Mitchell at the elbow. His lob knocked away. Reed with the good defensive play.
Can't just assume that lob is there. They enter to the elbow. They expect that. It's been well scouted by Minnesota.
Power move by Randall. Game. They'll put Gilgeous-Alexander off the ball here. Edwards defending him. Yeah, not sure SGA cares much about whether he gets 20 or not. We saw that highlight, as you mentioned, pointing to throw the lob at the basket is good, and the foul.
Earned this 20.
128 consecutive 20-point games, an NBA record extended.
Basketball gods saying that is just the right thing.
Minnesota has conceded, emptying the bench here in the final 90 seconds. So the Thunder will win its 8th straight game, 11 of 12 since the All-Star break. Joe with the dunk. Wallace the foul. Thunder will improve to 53-15, the NBA's best record. Minnesota drops to 41-27, and they lose the tiebreaker with Denver. Plus, they're only a game ahead of Phoenix for the 6th spot, and right now they lose the tiebreaker with the Suns. So the Wolves in danger if they don't find themselves down the stretch of potentially being in the play-in tournament. They had a 9-point lead in this game and now trail by 15. That was mid-third quarter when they had that lead.
Yeah, but don't you think that's when the game changed?
Yes.
When the pressure from Oklahoma City turned up. Besides what Katie talked about, which is the winning day. Like, yeah, it's 128 consecutive, but it's also done through winning.
Throw down there makes it a 13-point game.